Humans are afraid to fail, and setting goals, was really scary for me for some reason, because I'm afraid of failure, and we've honestly just executed and nailed in a way that I'm so proud of the whole team for doing. And
that's so dope.
So the best stuff in life happens in that place that's terrifying to be in.
The idea of your parents being able to support your artistry and you having the opportunity to stop going to school and following what a traditional path might be, whatever this thing is that we made up in our minds of how things are supposed to be done, and to follow your own path and to create music. Was that a scary decision? Was it an easy? Was it a tough? What was that like to make that decision? Like, hey, I'm doing pretty good in school, but I'm not going to do it anymore.
Yeah, honestly, I think that it laid a really, really nice foundation for me to learn that a lot of the best things in life happen in that uncomfortable zone.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't know, like I always say, because I talk with my girlfriend a lot about this. I always say all the best things in my life have come from me stepping into that scary place, scary place of, leaving college, and then, dating a girl was really, really scary, and it led, to such an amazing relationship. And, I always say, like, when I went to buy my apartment, like, it was in the middle of COVID, and everyone was like, don't do it. New York's never coming back. This is so dumb. And like your girl got a 2% interest rate.
There we go.
And like it's so and like homeownership's been so wonderful, and just so many, and even like writing Stellaria, like it was honestly scary for me even just to set goals, because I think that humans are afraid to fail, and setting goals was really scary for me for some reason, because I'm afraid of failure, and we've honestly just executed and nailed in a way that I'm so proud of the whole team for doing. And
that's so dope.
So the best stuff in life happens in that place that's terrifying to be in.
We've had so many amazing folks drop some of the dopest gems during this conversation.
You gotta send me everything.
Got you. Say less, dude. Say less.
Save me some money in my therapy bill.
No, I love these conversations because we're learning from each other, and that's, I think, the most special thing and takeaway from this podcast series, that we're learning so much about each other and destigmatizing mental health and being willing to have these conversations, because with these conversations comes growth, comes education, comes a newfound confidence.
Yes.
And that in turn makes us better people. In your position, it makes you a better creative, and then we as fans get to gravitate towards your sound because you're doing what you love to do in your best time and space. Even if it is an uncomfortable place, you're finding joy in that, and we are just a byproduct of it. And it's just been such a special thing to see you light up, and to get to know this part of Chelsea, because like I said, these are conversations that we haven't had the opportunity to have, because it's been part of what I do in radio and music, and it's like, you know what I mean? Let's talk about how amazing the music is, but to know that the amazing music comes from an amazing person, that's just like, that's what therapy sessions is about.
That's so nice, dude. Thank you.
No,
I was gonna say, what's like, not to put you on the spot, but like, what's been a piece of advice from doing the pod that you could give to me?
I would say just to live in that. I think, to be honest, I think it might be the advice that you kind of just said here, to be okay with being in the...
What a clever host.
I'm pretty good at my job. No, really, in all honesty, is to be comfortable in who you are. If it is that scary space, to know that you're going to make it out. There have been moments where we've talked with artists who have found confidence in making sure that their team that's around them are the best people, that have their best, their best at heart. Because trust is hard.
Yeah.
And
trust is really hard.
Trust is difficult. It's tough when at times you are, someone who is the leader of the things, and in what you decide to tell somebody, it has to be that you know what I mean, that person, you trust that person with your heart, knowing that they have your best interests. But no, honestly, I think it would be is being comfortable in those uncomfortable spaces, because that's where we learn the most about ourselves.
Yeah,
We can do it.
100%.
We can make it. You know what I mean? And it's
100%.
scary. It's scary as like me, I'm uncomfortable because nobody asks me questions, but I'm trying to work my way through it right here. You know?
Well, you're welcome.
Thank you. Like, for real. Oh my God. That was like some
I think
straight like
you're
Jedi.
sweating a little
I
bit.
am, like, for real. Like, nobody ever asks me questions, but it's about being comfortable in those uncomfortable spaces. And I think also, again, like I said, trusting those around you, that you have the right people in your circle. And
Right people
you,
is important.
You have done that. I mean, we've got mutual friends, and everybody who is in the camp is pretty friggin' sweet. So
We just had Jesse, one of my managers, and I
Yeah.
just had a conversation the other day, and I kind of asked him, like, hey, what do you see yourself doing in like 20 years?
wow.
And he was like, what do you mean, like managing you guys? And I was like, okay, yeah, that sounds good. Like, I was just wondering, like, I didn't know if you had other plans, or like, I don't know how
Yeah.
far this thing was gonna go with
Yeah.
us. You know, it's been 7 years so far together, but, and he said something that really stuck with me. And I don't even know if I've brought this back up to him, but he said that for him, the mark of a successful career will be that he managed the same artist his whole life.
Wow.
And that really, really struck me and reminded me how lucky I am to have such an incredible team. Because, like, the priorities are right.
All right.
Yeah.
You got folks around who you can trust. So I don't want to ask 20 years down the line, because that's a long time. But
I know that was like,
yeah, like
I put him on the spot.
you put him on the spot. Yeah, you're talking like Vegas residency.
I was just like
Chelsea.
I mean,
Yeah.
we were on a long car ride, so we were just
Yeah.
shooting it. But
in, let's say, 2 years from now, where do you see yourself?
I mean, again, honestly, surrounded by all the same people.
Dope.
Someone asked me, where do I see myself in 10 years recently, and I said the same thing, just because Jesse's answer was so profound to me. But, 2 years is such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
To be
It's gonna
completely
fly
honest
by.
with you, it's going to fly by.
Yeah. The last time we saw each other in person was like 3 years ago, and it feels like it was just yesterday.
Feels like it was yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
insane.
So,
Oh,
yeah,
gosh.
if in 2 years, again, like, I think growth, if I feel like we've
Yeah.
made growth as a team, professionally and personally, then, MSG wouldn't be so bad.
I mean, we could let's make that happen. Let's manifest that right there too. We're gonna speak that into existence. Seeing you on the stage at the Garden would be dope. We can't let you leave out of here empty-handed. We got David Nathan, our Happy Jack family.
Oh my God,
Let's
I
go
love
ahead
it.
and bring some swag for our girl Chelsea here. Well,
Heck yeah.
here we got a cap for you.
Thank you so much.
And this right here has to be one of the dopest T-shirts that I've ever seen on Earth.
Someone's wearing it. You're wearing
Yeah.
that. I saw that. Nice.
Sam has one on. Chelsea, this is your Happy Jack tee. I told my therapist about you, and
I love that.
totally.
My therapist knows all the tea.
I totally, from the bottom of my feet to the top of my bald head here, I'm so grateful that you are continuing to work on being the best version of yourself. And again, like I said, we get to be a byproduct of that through your music. And it's just such a special thing that you've tapped into. And I don't see that changing. And in 20 years, well, let's have this conversation again.
I would love to.
You down?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go ahead and do it.
100%.
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Therapy Sessions
Thank you so
podcast.
much.
Chelsea Cutler. Love you to pieces,
This was awesome, dude. Thank
This
you
was
so
amazing.
much.